Well, good afternoon from the Magic Kingdom. I feel like we have not been over here in such a long time for things outside of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So I came over here today because a bunch of things have happened. The Mirabelle meet and greet opened. There's a new meet and greet with Chip and Dale, and they're in new outfits over in Tomorrowland. The Pepperoni egg rolls have come back to the cart over in Adventureland. And of course, we've got to check in on the progress over at Tiana's Bayou Adventure, plus a bunch of other things, so let's jump into it. So our first stop today is actually going to be over here near the castle, kind of in the in-between area between Fantasyland and Tomorrowland, right across from Starlight Cafe, and we are going to meet Mirabelle.
Hello. Right over here. I love those glasses. They're heart-shaped. You know, maybe you can help me make some just like that. I know yours are red, but do you think maybe you can make me some green ones?
I think that's doable, really.
Green is like one of my favorite colors.
I can tell your dress.
Yes, it's so fantastical, but of course I don't have just one favorite color. I love all the colors, so if I had to choose one favorite color, it'd be the rainbow.
Me too.
Yeah, no, that's kind of hard because like they're all really bright and fun, and plus all my familia wears different colors and I love to match with them, but it's so hard because everybody wears different things, so it's a little complicated, but it's so fun, right?
Exactly. You even have a rainbow on your dress.
Just for my Tia Peppa, you know. We did decide to make it all the colors of the hermanas, so pink for Isabella, blue for my sister Luisa, and then the other blue for me because I love teal. But again, I love all the colors.
It looks awesome.
Side of the family is all like dark colors, and then
It's because Tia Peppa, you know, her mood does affect the weather, and usually she's really happy with us, so nice and bright, right?
And
you're a little bit like Tia Peppa because you have the yellow, but a little bit like my familia because you got the blue too, right? That's so cool.
And it's about to rain, so who knows? Maybe her mood's gonna affect the weather.
I did spill some juice on her this morning. She might be a little upset about it, but I did make her a delicious cafecito, so
hopefully it goes away.
Hopefully that cafecito's still going strong.
Awesome. Can we get a picture?
Of course.
This entire area is so well themed. As you can see, we've got some posters that kind of look like the doors from the movie. We have the whole family tree, including Bruno, who's kind of been like, you know, faded away in the middle, but Bruno's still there. And then down here, we've got pictures of Abuela with all of the kiddos getting their doors. So right across from Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe is where you are going to be able to meet Mirabelle from Encanto. She meets today at least from 9 to 4:45. And you can check that over in the My Disney Experience app. You just have to filter it to characters and then click on her meet and greet and it'll tell you all of her meet and greet times. She meets over in this little corner. This is where you used to be able to meet Merida. Now it is Mirabelle. And the entire thing is so well themed. I loved meeting Mirabelle. That was my first time ever meeting her. She has been in the Adventure Cavalcade for quite some time, but now that her meet and greet is open, her and Bruno have switched places. She is now in her meet and greet and Bruno is in that Adventure Cavalcade. It is such a cool meet and greet, especially for everybody who loves Encanto, and it is so well themed. So definitely make sure to check in your My Disney Experience app, find those times and go meet her. I would just say try to go 20, maybe even 30 minutes on a busy day early to go meet her because her line fills up fast and they cut the line. Honestly, before she starts meeting and greeting, the line gets cut. So our next stop of the day is going to be over here in Tomorrowland, near where you'd meet like Buzz Lightyear. It's over by Carousel of Progress. And we are going to meet Chip and Dale in their new Tomorrowland themed outfits. So right here is where you're normally going to meet Buzz Lightyear, and right above it is the People Mover. Over here to the side, right in front of that garage door, is where you are going to meet Chip and Dale. This is back over by Carousel of Progress on the back wall of Tomorrowland. Hi Chip, hi Dale. Your guys' outfits, you look like you're about to walk the runway in a galaxy far, far away. I absolutely love it. Mickey's got so many outfits, it's about time you guys get some. Yes. All right, well, can we get a picture? Yes! It was great meeting Chip and Dale. They are so cute in those new outfits. I absolutely love them. I love that Disney added that. If you want to meet Chip and Dale, their meet and greet, like I said, is over by Carousel of Progress. And if you look in your My Disney Experience app under the characters filter, you will find their spot and you can look at their times. Like I just met them at 1:20 and they have several more times after that. I absolutely love coming to meet characters. There are so many great ones you can meet right here in the Magic Kingdom. If you guys would like to see a video breaking down every character you can meet here in the Magic Kingdom, leave me a comment down below. Now that we've met both of the characters I wanted to meet today, we're gonna head over near Adventureland and get ourselves some pepperoni spring rolls. So let's head that way. So you are going to find the spring roll cart right beside the entrance to Adventureland. And it's right off to the side. It's always really busy, so you're always gonna notice it. There is a nice place to sit over here if you want to sit and eat your spring rolls, but it is very hot today. It's only marked at 86 degrees, but it feels like well over 100. So I'm going to show you guys a couple different places that are in the shade that you can come and eat your treat. You're going to make your way across this wooden bridge that is right across from the entrance to Adventureland. You're gonna make your way across here and you're gonna find yourself in Liberty Square near where Sleepy Hollow is and the Christmas store. This is also where Merida's meet and greet was moved to. She meets right over here in this little gazebo is where her meet and greet has been moved to. Now back here used to be the smoking area. There's no longer smoking allowed in the Disney parks. But right back here at the back exit of the old Christmas shop, there is a bunch of places to sit. It is one of my favorite places to come back to because it's all shaded. And I usually actually come back here to these little benches in the corner. If this area is full or you want some place that actually has fans, you can come over here to Sleepy Hollow right here on the corner. And if you keep making your way around past where they have all of these ropes up for the parade, right there you can see the castle. We're going to keep making our way around. And right back here, there is an eating place for Sleepy Hollow. There is also one other place, and that is over here in Harbor House that I like to come to when it is hot. Because this is a quick service restaurant that is air conditioning. So over here in Harbor House, there is an entire upstairs floor of seating in the air conditioning that I feel like nobody knows about. I literally walked up here. There's no signs telling you that there's seating up here. None whatsoever. I will show you guys the path on how you can get up here. And there is a bunch of seating and almost nobody up here. What's really cool is if you follow through the main rooms into this back room, you can sit right here and look out these little windows right beside Fantasyland. If you're walking through the tangled bathrooms and you walk underneath this little bridge, this is actually seating for Harbor House. So we've got our pepperoni spring rolls here. These were $9.50. I've never tried them, so I'm very excited to try them. Now you do get 2 of them. This is the size of them for that price. You can mix and match. Currently they have a pepperoni and they have cheeseburger. You can get one of each, you'll just have to tell them. But let's go ahead and try this. So I got my first bite in. I didn't get any pepperoni with that. I will say that there's, from this angle, it does not look like there's a lot of pepperoni. There's some cheese, there's some crunch to it because it is a spring roll slash like egg roll. There's definitely some crunch. Very good so far. So the pepperoni is definitely like in the middle. They didn't spread it out to the edges. And there's honestly a pretty decent amount of meat in there. So I finished both of the spring rolls and I actually didn't even touch the marinara sauce. I'm not a marinara sauce person, but if you are, like you're a pizza person, a regular red sauce pizza person, I'm a white sauce pizza person, you are going to love these. They're like crunchy, like pizza. It's delicious. Love them. I will be getting these again. 5 out of 5, worth getting. The only thing is they are about $10, so that's something to keep in mind, but they are delicious. Definitely go get them. I know there used to be an issue once upon a time where they sold out and the cart would close, so try to get it earlier in the day, not necessarily breakfast, but around lunchtime, because maybe by dinner they might not have them anymore. It is definitely a very busy one here today in Magic Kingdom. I tried to come over here earlier and my morning just did not work out, and this afternoon it is very busy. It is also very hot. It is only 85 degrees today, but the humidity is so high, and because of that, it makes it feel so much hotter than it actually is. Like, I am burning up here in the Magic Kingdom, but that's okay. We got ourselves a little AC here in Harbor House, and I think now it is time to go check on Tiana. You want to know where I was sitting? Right here is where you pick up your food. There's some employee-only doors, and right here you're going to find a set of steps. If you make your way up those steps, you are going to find a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of additional seating. Very similar to Pinocchio's, but there is way more seating up here. So you're gonna see this painting of a sailing ship, and then come right up here, and there isn't a bunch of additional seating. There's also a staircase on the other side of the dining room that's gonna take you to the other side of Harbor House. That's where we're headed down now. So there's two entrances that you can make your way up here, and there's a bunch, I mean a bunch of seating up here. So this is actually going to bring you out right beside the other side of like where mobile order is. This is where you're gonna pick up your food. You can take either one of those sets of steps and it'll take you to the upstairs dining, and there's so much room up there. It's quiet up there. It's a good place to go eat. So I made my way over to check on Tiana, but the Festival of Fantasy Parade is going on. So we're gonna jump in line for Big Thunder Mountain. It's been down all morning and it's only a 25-minute wait. Over here in the queue for Big Thunder Mountain, we can also get a really good view of what's going over at Tiana, including the metalwork that's being done up at the top. I believe that's them trying to like build out the boat structure that's gonna be up at the top of the new ride. Here's an even better view of that. They've been working on that for quite some time now, but from this angle up here at Big Thunder Mountain, you can really see how much progress they've made. That was such a good ride on Big Thunder Mountain. It always is. It's one of my favorite rides here. I actually like it more than Space Mountain. It's too hard for me to film on because it's just a little too bumpy, a little too crazy. It is the wildest ride in the wilderness, but a good rule of thumb is that when you see a ride go down, keep checking it in the My Disney Experience app. If you're in that area, kind of hang around that area, maybe go into gift shops, ride some other rides that are in that area, and keep watching, because when that ride goes back up, that wait time is going to be nothing. It's the second time in the past few weeks I have actually been able to do that with Big Thunder Mountain, and I walked right on it today. So definitely keep that in mind. And I'm looking over the camera and I can see that the lines are massive now since the Festival of Fantasy Parade has ended and everybody's trying to get in line. That also gave us from the queue a very good view of the Tiana construction. So I think for now on, when we come to do Tiana updates, we're gonna have to ride Big Thunder Mountain and check out the top bits of construction from the queue. Small little bits are starting to change over here for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. For example, over here on top of what used to be the gift shop for Splash Mountain, the wind like spinning turbine thing has been taken down that had Briar Rabbit on it. And we're also starting to see more and more and more greenery, like very bright Tiana shades of greenery be installed on all the mountain pieces. So like I said, lots of green, lots of bright greens that we didn't used to have with Splash Mountain. Kind of looks like they're taking a lot of inspiration from Tiana's ball gown and starting to add the lighter shades of green that we see in her gown into the foliage here for this ride. I definitely feel like they have made a lot of progress on the piece that they are constructing at the top of the mountain. That definitely wasn't there before. Last time we came and looked at this, I believe it was all just like blue and it was a bunch of scaffolding up there. They have added a bunch of metal framework, and you can see there's also like some lights and stuff up there. They've made a lot of progress there. And behind it all, you can see a storm is rolling in. Don't see where anything has really changed down here. They still have the scaffolding down in where the ride would actually be. Now I have noticed that that grass right there has kind of started to die, which kind of makes me wonder if they plan on doing something with that or changing that, because they've been doing a lot of work down here, but I actually think it's just work on the like ride track itself, maybe not so much for theming as just updating the ride. They've still got a lot of work to get Tiana up and running. I'm still crossing my fingers that maybe summer of next year we might see this open. Disney has not announced any opening dates or even an opening season yet, but I will let you guys know as soon as they do. While we're talking about construction, it was also announced just a few weeks ago that the Country Bear Jamboree is going to be rethemed. Now the Country Bears are staying, they're just gonna have a new show with new songs, so on and so forth. Definitely looking forward to that because I think the Country Bears could really use a little bit of reimagination. Now, they have not announced when Country Bears will be closing, when that reimagination is going to be happening. Nothing, we just know that it is coming. So it's kind of something to keep in mind as we progress into the new year. I have a feeling that we're gonna start seeing things change next year here in the Magic Kingdom.
Whoa, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary makes your heart so light. When the day is gray and ordinary, Mary makes the sun shine bright.
Hey!
What?
Where does Captain Hook go to get a new hook?
Where?
The second-hand store.
Hey! What? How do the Aristocats like their steak cooked? Ah, medium rare.
Hey! What do you call Aladdin when he scrapes his knee?
What?
Prince a boo-boo. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
So I was walking down through Main Street to come and get some water, and I happened to notice that the Dapper Dans were out. So of course we had to stop and watch them. I love their show so much, and they're in their little fall outfits now. So cute. Now, the Dapper Dans kind of perform on Main Street, and then the main hub, not the hub down by the castle, but the hub by the railroad is kind of where you'll catch them. I've never seen their wait times posted, but sometimes if you ask a cast member in this area, they will know. Now, I've been watching the wait times for this park and all the other parks, and to be honest with you, Magic Kingdom is incredibly busy today. Some of the counties down here in Florida, their schools did not have school on Thursday and Friday of this week due to like teacher days, so it is very busy down here, and it's very sunny as well. And so I've been kind of looking around, and it looks like Animal Kingdom is very empty. Like, Flight of Passage is a 30-minute wait. So I think we're gonna jump over there. There's some new updates and some new treats and things over there that we need to check out as well. So let's head over there. Our first stop is going to be in Islands Mercantile. Last time we came in here, they were doing some construction, and there was like an entire sheet of black scrim up that kept us from looking at that. And it looks like now we have a new checkout area over here, all themed to honey and bees. It's very cute. There used to be a checkout area right around here that was like otter theme. They've removed that since they added the new one, and now it's like much more open and clean and easier to walk through here. Here's a better look at that new checkout station. It's themed to bees and bugs and honey, and this is so much better than the one they used to have because it's way bigger and in a better location. It was just announced this morning that every day of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is sold out for the rest of the year. Now, they haven't started marking down merchandise yet, but it is on sale on Shop Disney. So if you are planning on coming down here and you want to buy merchandise, I suggest buying it online ahead of time because it's been like 20 and 30% off. It looks like we do have some new merchandise. I love coming to Animal Kingdom because I feel like they always get all the new merchandise first, and it's Encanto themed. This children's dress is absolutely adorable, and on the bottom it has all the characters printed on it. This is so cute. Like, I absolutely love this. And it is $50. It looks like this is actually an entire collection, and it's like black and gold themed, all themed around the candle and the different doors from Encanto. I really like this collection. There's a whole brand new Encanto collection on this other wall I'm going to show you guys as well. But I really like this stuff. We've also got a black and gold printed t-shirt that is $40. And then that headband we saw earlier that's got like different prints on it is $20. Like I said, there is a bunch of Encanto stuff here, which we did get the announcement during D23 that Encanto is going to make its way here to Animal Kingdom, where Dinoland USA is now. They've got so many cute things, including the entire house. I love this. Let's turn this around. It is $80. Did flip it over. It does light up, and it looks like the one in the back might be kind of lit up, and it kind of illuminates through the entire house. We've got a bunch of new clothing, including a new bucket hat. It's got Isabella on it, and then Louisa on the other side. It's $35. It's not reversible. We've got some new pet clothes that has Bruno on it. And it is, let's see here, it is $40. I like it. It has a little hood and it's got Bruno on the back. I really like that. We've got some new kids clothes, some little accessories, a backpack, some jammies, a new apron, ooh, a shirt with Bruno on it. I like this. This is an adult shirt and it is $35. And then we have a brand new Spirit jersey, but it's white. Once again, Disney has been making so many white Spirit jerseys. I'm very dangerous with white. I know I'm not the only person that is, so I'm like, come on, Disney. But this one is $80. I like it a lot. It's got Bruno on the back, and then it also has some stuff on the sleeve here. It actually has his rats on the sleeves. I love that. And it says, time to shine along the back. We've also got some new embroidered ears with some little fake flowers on them out of this collection. Let's see if there's anything on the back. No, so these are plain on the back and they are $35. We also have a set of 4 dolls, but I noticed Isabella is in a different outfit. I don't know if I remember that outfit from the movie, and this is $100. They definitely did a lot of Bruno merchandise for this collection. We've got another Bruno shirt. This one says, I believe in me, and it has Bruno on it, and it is $29.99. And we also have a hoodie. Disney's getting ready for the fall weather, and they're starting to bring in a lot of long sleeve stuff. So we have a new hoodie that again has all of the Encanto characters on it. And actually I like it because there's little bits of embroidery on it that kind of like pop off of the sweatshirt. I really like this. Let's see if we can find a price tag on it. I was looking for a price tag. I noticed that there's even some stuff on the back, including the house with more of that embroidery. Love this sweatshirt. And actually I see the price tag here now. This is $65, not too bad for a sweatshirt, and it feels very nicely made. I definitely think what they did with that gift shop helped it so much. Like, I always felt like that gift shop was like very cumbersome inside and just like stuff all over the place, especially when there's people in there. And due to the fact that they like moved the checkout, it was so much easier to walk around in there. Now we're gonna walk over by the Otters Grove and see if they're out. That like little area for the otters used to be closed, and it was closed for such a long time. They reopened it sometime this year, or maybe the end of last year, but every time I walk over there it's always so hot that the otters aren't out. So it's really cool. It's much cooler here than it was in Magic Kingdom, which is usually the other way around. Let's go see if they're out playing. I'm so excited. The otters were out. I've never got to see them because, like I said, usually I come over here in the middle of the day, it's hot. They're hiding underwater. They're hiding backstage. They do not want to be out, but it's cool tonight, which means also out on the safari, the animals are probably going to be pretty active. So we're going to head back that way first because the safari does close before the park closes. It usually closes about an hour early. So we're going to head back there and go get on the safari. It also looks like my favorite little monkeys are out, and the babies are getting so big already. I think these are the babies too, because it looks like the other ones are a little bit bigger, and just in the few weeks since I was over here last, they've gotten so big. He jumped over from one of the adults onto the fence to say hi. She didn't get the monkey. Those are cotton top tamarans, and the 2 babies were born not that long ago, just a month or 2 ago, and they have already gotten so big. This is why Animal Kingdom on a cool evening is one of my favorite places to be. The animals are out, they're active, they're having fun. Usually about this time of night, also sometimes, depending on the animal, is when they get fed their dinner. So they're active because they've ate or are in the middle of eating. It's just such a fun time to come over here to Animal Kingdom in the evening. If you're on vacation, especially in the fall and the winter, if you come over here in the evenings / kind of like late afternoons, you can see some really cool animal interactions. If you're over here in Africa, always come and check out this sign to see when Kilimanjaro Safaris will be closing. We'll also have it in your My Disney Experience app. If you click on that attraction, it'll tell you its operating hours. Today the park does close at 7 and they're only closing half an hour early. I've seen it half an hour early, I've seen it an hour early, I've even seen it 2 hours early. When I told you guys no one was here in Animal Kingdom, I was not joking. Safari is only 5 minutes, which is a walk-on.
And we just entered the Aturi Forest. Now here in the Aturi Forest, it is a heavily dense packed environment with a lot of trees and animals. On your right, we have an okapi by the trees over there. Is that real? No, it's yes, they're real. Now on your left, we also have a bongo. Turtles are part of a really interesting type of animals. They have those stripe patterns on the bodies that we call an adaptation. Now adaptations are going to be unique to different animals. For example, when it comes to rhinos or the unicorns on our left, they have armored skin and they basically look like the environment around them. This rhino has been eating there for about an hour. Anyway, these guys are pretty cool. The black rhinoceros have a upper prehensile lip that they can use to grab stuff all around, and they have the very distinctive horn that is a unique feature of rhinoceros. Also known as hippopotamus. Their name literally means water horse. Now, interesting enough, these guys, they prefer to run, walk, or gallop underwater. That's how they got their name of water horse. These guys are exclusively herbivorous, meaning that they only eat plants. And on top of that, they are very social creatures. They actually tend to be in different types. This is the savannah, and here in the savannah, it's a wide open grassy environment with a lot of different animals that have their own specialized adaptations. Now guess what? There's no truck in front of us. That means that I can go fast. Just kidding. Now here we have some Ankole cattle on the right side. The Ankole cattle are part of the bovine family. If you think you've seen them before, you probably have had them before. They are part of the cow family. They're related to cows. Now the Ankole cattle, they have those huge horns. Side honeycomb-like structure actually supports blood vessels that go through. Notice there are some termite mounds all around us. Those termite mounds were created by termites, and curious enough, they are hollow on the center, which means that warm air can go up this tall structure and cooler air is going to be pulled in from the sides. Giraffes.
Whoa. Is it real?
Now these are specifically Maasai giraffes, part of the tallest land animal group. They're between 18 to 20 feet in height. Now their sheer size and length of the neck is part of their adaptations. They're able to reach, to learn, and change. Up ahead we have the land manatee, also known as the elephant. Largest land animal in the world, weighing between 3,000 to 4,000 pounds, about 2 tons. Now their trunks are part of their adaptation. It's like an extra appendage they can use to touch the world around them and interact with the world around them. There's over 200 different muscle groups inside of that trunk itself. Inside that they are able to provide for animals. So for example, they have a honeycomb, they have like a bark-like structure similar to cork, and they can peel it off and they can suck on it and chew on it, and that actually provides water for those animals. Now, naturally, flamingos are actually found in places called soda lakes, and they're not called soda lakes because they're bubbly and sweet. They're called soda lakes because they're made of something called sodium bicarbonate, which actually is a natural corrosive liquid. These are the cheetahs, and the cheetahs are the fastest land animals. They can go from 0 to 60 in about 3.4 seconds. It's because that is part of their adaptations. They're able to use those claws like cleats and go super fast. They have a little bit of ground grip and they can go faster than normal. And if you notice, they have that black tip area on their tail. Their tails are actually tip heavy. Are the white rhinoceros.
Take a picture.
And her baby is right behind. I say baby, and he's actually 6 years old. Now their horns are made out of keratin, same thing that our hair and nails are made out of, and this is actually one of the reasons why they are poached. Poached means that they are hunted down. Here in the reserve, that is the water buck. Now the water buck is part of the antelope family, but something cool about them is that they don't look anything like antelopes. But curious enough, antelopes have an amazing ability to retain water, and they can go up to 2 weeks without drinking water. But the water buck cannot do that. The water buck has lived in an area where there's so much water that they need water daily. So if you happen to ever be stuck in the savannah and you need water, you can follow a water buck to a source of water, because they will definitely lead you to a source of water in less than 1 day.
That was such a good safari ride. Now, I feel like we didn't see as many animals as you normally would, like the zebras weren't out, but we saw a hippo out of the water. I've never seen that, and I come to Animal Kingdom all the time, and almost every single time I come to Animal Kingdom, I ride the safari, and I have never seen one of the hippos like up on the little islands out of the water. So that was really, really, really cool to see. The wait times here in Animal Kingdom are still very low. Now, I did see where Flight of Passage did jump to 55 minutes. I don't know how accurate that is. We'll see. But I think we're gonna just kind of head along towards Mount Everest and ride that ride. And our next stop is going to be Expedition Everest at a whopping 5-minute wait. My favorite thing about coming to Animal Kingdom this late at night is that it is empty, and you can see all the little things that you can't see during the day when it is packed. Like, I feel like there's always so many people over in this area that you never can see all the little decorations. There's some really good places to come over here and sit, take photos, just take a break. I love this park. I love riding Everest, even though I can't really take you guys with me because of the high intensity G-force. My camera just can't do it, but it is such a good ride. And in the evenings when it's cool, I swear it's somehow going faster. Like, they have to run it faster to keep the tracks hot. I don't know. Here it goes beside me. I don't know if that's true. I've never ran a roller coaster in my life, but it sure feels like it is going 1,000 times faster. Now, we walked right onto that. It wasn't even a wait, it was right a walk on. So now it is 6:28. We're kind of pushing it on what we can and cannot get done because of the length of the ride itself. So I think we're actually just gonna make our way towards Flight of Passage. Now to walk the very long walk over to Flight of Passage and Pandora. Now, something I learned recently about the history of the Animal Kingdom itself is that actually during opening day, there used to be a transportation system that was a boat that went around the lagoons here at the Animal Kingdom. But when it opened, people thought it was an attraction, not like a transportation thing, kind of like the monorail or like the railroad over in Magic Kingdom. And they were so disappointed in it, Disney decided to shut it down. Man, I wish we still had that, because sometimes when you are all the way in the back of Animal Kingdom, it is a walk. It is a walk to make it to the front. So we did find out at this year's D23 that Dinoland USA will soon be no more. Now, we don't have a closing date for anything just yet, but it was announced that this area will be rethemed into a Latin America themed area. We'll be probably getting some new animals, but also an Encanto themed ride. They also hinted at the fact that Dinosaur may be rethemed to Indiana Jones. Out in Disneyland, they have the same ride with the same track and ride vehicle and everything, but it is Indiana Jones themed, so one can believe that possibly Dinosaur will be going away and we will be getting that rethemed as Indiana Jones. Now, we do not have opening or closing dates for anything going on in Dinoland USA. So if you are coming on vacation this year, at least through the end of the year, I suspect that nothing's going to change back there. Now, last year at D23 in Anaheim, Disney kind of introduced the idea of getting an Encanto themed land, but they actually said they were gonna put it in Magic Kingdom. Now, this year they announced it's actually going to be in Animal Kingdom. So things are constantly changing. We have no idea what's gonna happen back there, so I wouldn't get too excited just yet if you're coming on vacation, because you're probably still going to be able to ride Dinosaur and experience Dinoland USA. But sometime in the nearish future, that area is definitely going to change. So we're making our way back to Pandora, but when I come into Pandora, I always love to point out this little piece of rock structure over here. When Animal Kingdom was being built, they had budget restrictions, and they had two lands they wanted to build. One was Beastly Kingdom, which is where Pandora is today, which was going to be a land themed around animals that didn't exist, like unicorns and dragons. And then we also had the land of Dinoland USA. They went to Michael Eisner, who was the CEO at the time, and said, okay, which one do we do? And he chose Dinoland USA, and Beastly Kingdom was never made. Now, that little piece of structure right there was built before that decision was made, and it was supposed to represent a little bit of a dragon. I love that. Every time I see it, I always think of what could have been the Beastly Kingdom. I will say though, Pandora was a great addition to Animal Kingdom. So we may have never saw what Beastly Kingdom might have been, but I do like Pandora. And the sun is setting, and it is creating some of the prettiest pictures over here in Pandora. Now, Animal Kingdom has a tendency to close earlier in the day, but if you are coming here in the fall and winter, when the sun sets earlier in the day, once it starts to get dark, come over here to Pandora, because everything here glows in the dark, and it is the prettiest thing in all of Animal Kingdom. I love coming over here in the evening and seeing everything all glowing. It adds a whole new level to this land. All right, it's 15 minutes till park close, and Flight of Passage is marked at 25 minutes. I'm gonna start the timer. Let's see how long it actually is. Such a good ride on Flight of Passage. I haven't ridden that in months, and when you haven't ridden it in a really long time and you ride it, it just reminds you how good of a ride it truly is. Now, I did end up waiting about 30 minutes, but that was 30 minutes including both pre-shows, and I was actually sitting in my ride vehicle at 7:15, so that was 30 minutes later. Now, I did take note that it takes 10 minutes to walk through the standard queue. That was from the front of the queue all the way to where they put you in individual lines. That took 10 minutes of brisk walking. Now, they've spoken many times, and it's kind of come out in the news and the media, that maybe, just maybe, they might revisit that ride and bring in a new 3D animation that involves all of the new scenes and new characters from Way of Water. I'm all for it. I think it needs to be done. I think it'd be cool if it was just like randomized. So you got on the ride, you never knew what you were getting. Kind of like Star Tours. You don't know what you're gonna get until you've actually ridden it. I think that would be really awesome. I think it really needs it. It would be a cool way to tie in the new Avatar movies. So it started to get dark outside, and you can start to see all of the glow in the dark, like light up atmospheric pieces that are all throughout this area. This is why I say it's so worth coming over here in the evening, because look how pretty that is. All of the flowers come to life at night. Almost everything comes to life at night here in Pandora. And as you can tell, it's still not completely dark outside, and so many things are already starting to shine through. I love these little guys. They're all throughout Pandora, and they glow, and it is just so pretty. You can see all kinds of like little spores that light up. The waterfalls of the floating mountains are all lit up. Definitely worth coming over here, even if you want to do it after the park closes. It's 7:34 right now. The park's been closed for 34 minutes, but they will still kind of let you mosey around back here, take pictures until park closes at actually 8 o'clock. That's kind of when they'll push you out. All the rides and everything are closed. They close at 7 o'clock, but you can still go to some of the gift shops in the very front of the park, and you can kind of mosey around these areas and take some pictures without any people in them. You can get some really cool photos at night, especially in the fall and the winter when it starts to get darker sooner. So earlier in your park day, you can enjoy this. There are all kinds of little side paths and ways to walk through with little bridges. So I definitely recommend both daytime and nighttime walk through all these little paths and check out all of the cool things they created. I was not kidding about everything lighting up. Even the ground lights up through here. And what's cool is, normally through the day you probably wouldn't notice this, but there's different tracks of like some of the animals of Pandora and different little pieces you're not probably gonna notice during the day. And with that, it is time to draw our Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom day to a close. I had so much fun coming over here with you guys, checking out updates, meeting new characters, checking out what might be coming that was announced at D23. I just love coming over to the parks and seeing where it takes me with a little bit of a plan, but not too much of a plan. If you liked this video and want to see others like it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you are notified every time I post a new video. If you liked this video, hit the like button, and I will see you guys next time.